Alright, hello there everyone, this is Kingdom, and we're bringing you today a game from CEVO's Preseason. This is... hold on, teams. This is The Art of Warfare versus Strawberries in Dota. So, preseason match from CEVO's Dota 2 League. It is a league that's just starting now, North American teams. A lot of teams we saw from tournaments like the Alienware Arena and an earlier CEVO tournament. So some pretty good teams. Art of Warfare doing pretty well. Strawberries and Dota, I've heard, is a very good team. I haven't ever seen them play. So we'll go ahead and get right into the pick ban phase here. So you get Darkseer ban, pretty typical. Nyx ban, also pretty typical recently. It wasn't the most common ban earlier. You know, it was kind of a Chinese thing that they've been doing, and European teams have been picking up on it a lot also. And a lot of these North American teams, you know, it's not like, you know, Europe, in the pro scene, Europe's its own kind of scene, and Chinese, Asian is its own kind of scene, and then Southeast Asian is, no one even knows what that is. But American, like this kind of level, not quite pro, these guys really, they draw a lot of influence from all over the place. You know, every American player has a different scene where his favorite player is, you know, some people like Dendy, some people like Burning, some people like DDC, you know, some people like Yamate, you know, all these people from a very big variety of teams. So anyway, we're into side. Let's go ahead and start talking about picks then. Lifestealer, Undying, Magnetar actually making it through the ban phase. These all pretty big early game aggression. Lifestealer, a more early game carry, all getting picked up by Art of Warfare. Strawberries and Dota, meanwhile, get a Leshrac and a Shadow Demon, so a 1-2 support pickup. I'm assuming they're going to run the support Leshrac. Carry Leshrac has not been as popular lately, although it's definitely still viable. He didn't get nerfed at all in any of the recent patches, so definitely still a very strong hero. Probably not against the Lifestealer. You know, that Rage magic immunity does prevent a lot of Leshrac's damage potential, although granted, Leshrac can still damage through it with the Edict. Strawberry's taking a little bit of time here, thinking a little bit more about this third pick here. I like their logo. That's a pretty sweet logo, I'm not gonna lie. It's like a Dota symbol that looks like a strawberry. I'm totally okay with that. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. Little things make me happy. Coddle banned out as well, so that hero getting a lot of attention lately in metagame as well as in kind of lower level Dota. Phantom Lancer picked up, so this is of course after the very recent patch about an hour ago that fixed the Quelling Blade glitch. So Phantom Lancer now gets normal damage on his illusions, does not get extra damage from Quelling Blade. That being said though, he's still pretty freaking strong. 4.2 agility gain is absolutely no joke. He's insanely strong in the late game, pretty capable of going 1v1 against any carry on the book, and can also push just about every single lane at once. So very strong hero, and he's got a good lineup to give him some protected farm in the early game. That Leshrac, that Shadow Demon, of course, pretty good defensive support Shadow Demon with that disruption, as well as fairly aggressive. Phantom Lancer can be an aggressive hero. Now what I'm confused about is why they would have banned the Coddle if they were picking Phantom Lancer, because I mean, Coddle and Phantom Lancer go together like peanut butter jelly and like, I don't know, I can't think of another analogy. Leave it at that. Beastmaster banned out. You see a lot of solo mids getting banned out by Art of Warfare, and that is exactly what Strawberries and Dota are lacking right now. It's a strong solo mid hero, and then invisible carries. So a Clink's Bounty Hunter, both of which are good off-lane heroes. This is of course assuming Magnus recently has not been played as much on the long lane. A little bit more of a solo mid hero now with that Shockwave spam, allowing him to clear out creep waves, get rune control. Of course, the shorter skewer range at level 1 means that he's got a little bit more difficulty surviving that long lane, not quite as escapable as he used to be. So we're probably going to see a solo mid Magnetar, still an extremely strong hero through the mid game and also into the late game. That ultimate goes through BKB. Granted, Phantom Lancer doesn't typically buy BKB, but whatever, you know. Can't hurt to be magic. Can't hurt to go through magic immunity. It's never a bad thing, right? I mean, why not? Waiting for this last ban coming from Strawberries and Dota. Probably going to ban out. Possibly they can also look to ban out another support hero to prevent the tri-lane from being stronger. Of course, Lifestealer and Undying have a lot of tri-lane capability, so they can try to run an aggressive tri-lane against this Phantom Lancer. And Undying, of course, is a pretty strong hero to pick. Tidehunter is going to be the last ban here against. So limiting a team fight a little bit, it's a good idea. Of course, Magnetar in combination with the Tidehunter is pretty scary because Ravage is a great setup for reverse polarity and vice versa. So, you know, I mean, it's the rule about you can never have too many big team fight ultimates. They work together so wonderfully. Make some gigantic team fight orgy magic. It's wonderful. Anyway, as I was saying, Undying and Lifestealer are already a pretty capable, aggressive tri-lane, and it's a pretty good idea to shut down Phantom Lancer's farm earlier. If he gets a bad start, he's pretty much a melee creep that pops out extra illusions that are completely wimpy. I mean, unless he gets that farm, he is useless. So we're going to... it's not like a Dragonite who can still tank. Phantom Lancer really doesn't do anything unless he gets those items, so an aggressive tri-lane might be a good idea from Art of Warfare. They would need another good aggressive support for it, and Strawberries were not banning out aggressive supports. A ranged support with a single target stun would be really cool, or an AoE stun could be pretty nice. Jakiro is not banned. He's definitely an option. Rubik's going to be picked up here, so that can definitely be played. Either if there's an aggressive tri-lane, that Rubik can go safe lane, as can the Magnus. Either of them go solo mid. Rubik can be played as a support. Quad picked up here by Strawberries. They're going to go ahead and use that hero as their solo mid. Get some early game ganking. And here's a Puck for an off lane. So we're going to get to see a Puck. I'm pretty sure I've seen Icon play Puck before and do it pretty freaking well. So I'm excited, looking forward to that. Puck, of course, is very escapable. You can use that phase shift to dodge the Phantom Lancer nuke, as well as a bunch of other things like Split Earth. I mean, you can technically dodge Shadow Poison, but I don't know if that's really worth it. Puck can also do pretty well up against Queen of Pain. We saw that matchup do pretty well. Cinderin won that one in the Fistful of Tangos, if any of you have been watching that. But again, he's also... I don't think they're going to solo mid the Puck. It's more likely to see the Magnus or the Rubik solo mid. One last hero here to be picked up by Strawberries and Dota. We'll have to see what they decide to go for. They've got a lot of options open to them further off lane. Bounty Hunter, of course, is out, as is Beastmaster, but they can pick up a Windrunner here. And, you know, I mean, you can go like freaking old school. Get a Mirana. You can pick up any... I mean, really, anyone can off lane. Enigma's always an option. You've got Nature's Prophet, who can also off lane. Those are all kind of more... it's going to be the Windrunner, so the traditional off lane hero going to get picked up here. So, alright, so let's go ahead and wait while these people pick their heroes, and then I can introduce everybody and get the game started. And that be nice and exciting to see some pretty freaking sweet Dota. I am, you know, looking at this lineup, I actually, you know, I don't want to say that I give any team a favor. If Phantom Lancer gets farmed, of course, that's going to be really strong, but if Lifestealer gets farmed, he can also be pretty scary, so it's going to come down to really who can have the better early game, I think. We're going to see Six Toes here for Art of Warfare on the Dire. Six Toes is going to be playing up this Puck, so I was wrong about my pick, about my prediction. Icon actually playing the Magnus, going safe lane with that one. Tri-lane will be aggressive with Caillou on the Undying. We see Sharky Silly on this Rubik, and Wagwan Cuz, the carry player, on the Lifestealer. On the other side, Radiant are smoked up, headed up to this top jungle. We've got Adam K on the Shadow Demon, Avery on the Queen of Pain, Zero on the, that's the Leshrac. 1v1 long lane, ironically, is in fact the Windrunner on the long lane, and Phantom Lancer is getting played by R, so pretty good lineup here. Headed up, smoked into the jungle, trying to get an aggressive ward off, I guess. I don't think they're taking their tri-lane aggressively. I guess they are. They're warding. They're going to go ahead and ward off the pull camp. I wonder if they're anticipating a safe lane tri-lane. Then I guess they are. I mean, just judging by the picks, I would guess that, without, you know, being able to see the map, like I can obviously see the map, I would just guess that the Dire were going to do an aggressive tri-lane. But I guess the Radiant think the tri-lane is going to be safe lane, because now they are leaving Windrunner top and rotating back towards that bottom lane for their own safe lane tri-lane, and Queen of Pain will be instead of neither team actually is going to creep block, unless he's going to pull some pretty freaking sweet micro and creep block with a courier. I haven't seen anyone do that. He's going to do it. That's pretty freaking awesome, not going to lie. I've never seen that before in my life. Rune was checked. I think Quap got the rune. Yeah, it's going to be double damage rune. That's going to give her a lot of ability to get this lane control in the early game, get the first couple last hits, and with those first couple last hits you can really get a lot of levels. Puck will get the high ground here though, so she might have a little bit of a better time. I still think Queen of Pain ought to have the advantage in this lane. Granted, you can dodge the Shadow Poison, but Queen of Pain has significantly better... yeah, she's got about an extra 4 base damage, as well as a little bit better ability to push out the creep wave and get rune control. Bottom lane, tri-lane versus tri-lane, is where we're going to watch though, because that's where all the action's going to be. We see both teams kind of at a standoff right now. Rubik sitting a little far back. Lifestealer going into farm up. There's going to be the disruption, though. Can Leshrac get in position for a stun? No, he can't. It's just going to be the disruption for now. And they might even go in on this disruptor. No, just backing off, taking the damage, healing up, and waiting for a better positioning, better opportunity. Probably want that Undying to get a couple levels. Not just Tombstone, maybe some Decay, as well as, I don't know, maybe a point of Soul Rip if they're really feeling that they need the extra heal. Ping there going in from light blue, probably telling someone to go kill him, but early in the game for that. Alright, we see that Phantom Lancer is just going to come in and farm down, that the Dire have been pushed back. Dire really have to work out. Of course, Creep Wave's swapped. The Radiant Creep Wave chased the Dire, and vice versa, so Creep is backed off. Both teams pretty content to take farm on that carry, because the goal of this is not only to get kills for your tri-lane. For the Radiant, okay, let's talk about that a little bit more. Radiant is really looking to get a bunch of kills for their tri-lane, while the Dire is looking to, Radiant is looking to get farm on the Phantom Lancer. That's their primary directive right now. As long as Phantom Lancer gets farm, it doesn't really matter whether they get kills or not. It's the Dire who really have to get kills. I'm getting mixed up. Sorry, excuse me for that. A lot's going on them to get the kills, and so now actually this Disruptor is probably, he's really not a position where he can get a kill with this disruption. He's really just doing that to whittle down this Rubik's health and keep him in a position where he's not able to get a kill. I think Dire are waiting to get level 2 before they go in and really try anything. They really need, they've got the Rage as well as the Open Wounds on the Lifestealer. They need that Tombstone as well as the Decay, and they need the Fade Bolt. They've got all that stuff, so they might go in here in the near future. If there's a disruption, though, we're going to see a follow-up stun. Is not going to hit because there's a Rage. Here gets a Tombstone drop. This could be your first blood right here. Lifestealer getting pretty low, but not before he picks off the Leshrac. So first blood does go to the Lifestealer, and now it's Phantom Lancer on the run. He's sitting very low, has the Invis, so he should be able to make it out alive. So that is, I think, a win for the Dire, as even though Lifestealer went down, he got first blood before doing so, and now he's got boots as well as a stout shield up. He should definitely now be in a position to be able to pretty much dominate this lane. That boots means he's going to be able to chase a lot more effectively. He's going to be able to do, I mean, he didn't get a level advantage, which is what you really want, but he did, I mean, that first blood bonus is also pretty effective for getting you a little bit of moral victory and a little bit of a moral advantage going into the laning phase, so that you know you're ahead, you know that you're doing well, and you can be confident. Take a quick check on other lanes, as there's a bit of a lull in the tri-lane. We do see that the Quap is actually really not outlast hitting the Puck at all by that much. It's only by a couple denies. Puck doing pretty well. She got herself an Invisrune earlier, hasn't used it yet. Top lane, Magnus versus Windrunner. Windrunner is probably going to do a little bit better here. She's got that range to harass. She's not outlast hitting the Magnus. Magnus is getting his last hits in, but I think the level is... No, actually, Magnus has the level advantage now. Checking out back in the bottom lane, we're going to see another Tombstone drop. Disruption being thrown down onto the Disruptor. I think that was a self-disruption defensively. Edict is going down so low. One more shot against this Disruptor is going to... I'm sorry, the Shadow Demon is going to bring him down. He will fall to the Undying Decay. Now, it looks like Rubik might be the next one to go down here. He will fall. An attempted body block by the Undying is not going to be enough, so Phantom Lancer does get himself a kill in return. So support for support, with the last hit going to Phantom Lancer, which is something you never want to see. He's now up to 500 gold, as well as a Ring of Basilius and a Quelling Blade. Looks like they might want to go on this Lifestealer now, while I think Rubik has to walk back. Yeah, didn't have the gold for that teleport skull. Now Lifestealer could be in a lot of trouble. Has the Rage, not able to get it off soon enough. He will fall. Phantom Lancer getting the second kill here, and that is just really not the way that Radiant want this tri-lane to go. They're almost even on kills, but this is the second time that Lifestealer has gone down, and it's the second kill on Phantom Lancer, who now has 850 gold, despite only having 16 last hits. This means that he's definitely got that good start. He's going to get those early items unless the Dire tri-lane can really step it up and do a better job. Also, if Puck can continue to do pretty well in this mid lane, he has fallen a little bit behind in terms of last hits, but not by very much. He's still even in levels. Level 6 now. He really needs to make something happen. Go down to that bottom lane and get a kill. Magnus also level 6. And level 6, I have to say that Dire have a significantly better teamfight than the Radiant, not only because of Reverse Polarity, which of course is a very important spell, for like freaking everything. It's also because that Lifestealer is a little bit better of an early game engagement hero than the Phantom Lancer. I mean, Phantom Lancer can throw his nuke and right click once or twice, but Lifestealer can go in rage. He can open wounds. He's much more effective in these early game engagements. So if the Dire can rotate down to this bottom lane, get a kill against the Phantom Lancer and take a tower, I think they can come back from this early game, not really so much as a loss, as a bit of a difficulty really. It's not quite to the point where it's a loss yet. Taking a look at gold and XP graphs, we do see that the Radiant is farming better. They're at 750 gold. Experience, we also see them about the same mark. So it is, like I said, they are doing a little bit better, farming a little bit better. Windrunner, there's a lift on the left track as well as an open wounds. Looks like the Dire want to go in. Tombstone gets dropped. Defensive disruption is thrown down. Lifestealer's low. He's got to back up. He's getting nuked. He's sitting really low right now. He will be able to make it back out alive. So a little bit of a failed gank here, but now it's actually the Phantom Lancer who's looking really low. He's invisible. Looks like he will be able to make it out alive. Lifestealer coming back in. Has the mana for a rage. He's going to go ahead probably pocket right now. No, he's not. Not able to get, probably waiting for that open wounds cooldown. Yeah, there's a lift up onto the Shadow Demon, but no one else is there. Lifestealer is forced to back off, just too low in HP. Got a magic wand recipe, but wand will probably come to him in the near future. Here comes a hasted puck. This could be spelled doom for the Radiant lane if he can get into position. And if Lifestealer just had a little bit more health, doesn't have the HP to really go in and do anything. So, but Queen of Pain is here also. This could be a big fight. There's the Quap. She's going to come in. Silence on her up immediately. Quap is getting bursted down. She's actually going to fall. No, gets defensive disruption coming in at exactly the right moment. Will end up falling to the decay. Now it looks like Rubik might fall down on the back lines. Leshrac is chasing. Yeah, Rubik is going to go down to the Leshrac. Edict doing a bunch of damage. Undying getting low as well. Split Earth is going to hit on him. He's definitely going to fall. Killing spree onto the Phantom Lancer. Now Puck running away from the Windrunner. Not able to get any kills there. So while the Queen of Pain did fall, both of your Dire supports fell. So that's a 1-for-2 trade. Queen of Pain is a little bit more important of a kill. But now your Phantom Lancer's on a killing spree. He's got 1,400 gold, which is exactly what you do not want happening. So we're gonna see him continue to farm and continue to get a little bit more lane control here. Rotation was good from the Puck. I mean, it just really didn't work out the way they wanted it to. The Magnus wasn't there, whereas looks like the Magnus didn't come, but I think Magnus could be in a little bit of trouble here. Queen of Pain not blinking forward, missing the Scream of Pain. That's going to save his life. If that Scream of Pain had hit, I think he would have been in a lot more trouble. He's going to go ahead. I think he's got items on the courier. He's just going to go ahead and send himself home a little bit quicker there with the skewer. Wagon Cuz is continuing to farm up. We do see that he's really behind the Phantom Lancer. Almost only half as many last hits. 282 gold on him right now, and not even a finished treads yet at 8 minutes. Nowhere near a Midas or an Armlet like I'm sure he wants. However, your Magnus is getting fairly free farm up on the top lane. You can see he's up to 32 last hits. Not as many as the Windrunner again. Windrunner actually, where is Windrunner? Yeah, where is the Windrunner? She go mid? Yeah, Windrunner has gone mid now with the double damage room, in fact. Up against the Puck. Puck rotating to the bottom lane. Massive engagement here. Tombstone has been dropped. It looks like the Shadow Demon's going to be the first to fall. Puck ultimate gets dropped. Only catching the Leshrac. He's definitely going to fall. Phantom Lancer and the Quap dropping back. 5 heroes bottom lane for Art of Warfare. This looks like they want to do this now. They've got the Magnetar ult. Puck ult's used, but that's only an 80-second cooldown. That's going to be up in a very short period of time. Aggressive ward dropped by the Rubik, so it does look like the Dire wants a push, and they want to push now. They've got the team fight. They've got everyone here that they need to have here. Lifestealer going to continue up this farm for a bit. They've got the Arc Boots up on the Undying, an exceedingly important item. Arc Boots possibly up on the Magnus. Also, no, he's about 200 gold shy of those. We'll get them soon. Rest of the Dire are sitting in the wings waiting. Puck, of course, an extremely mobile hero. Just scouting with that illusory orb, probably. Got the mana regen to just spam it as many times as she wants with that bottle. Putting the pressure onto the tower. They've got full vision of all of these Radiant heroes from this very well-placed ward. So this fight could go terribly for the Radiant. No, in fact, Lifestealer is going to TP out. Maybe the Dire don't want to go in, or if they do, they don't want to go in with the Lifestealer. Now, it looks like they might actually be on the back foot with that TP back out. Disruption goes down onto the Rubik. I think that, no, it wasn't the Rubik. It was actually the Undying. Reverse Polarity is going to catch 2, but it might not be enough. Skewer backwards, but everyone's losing a lot of health. Icon staying just barely alive. Gonna get a kill on the Shadow Demon. Undying also gonna pick off the Queen of Pain, but Icon might go down. No, everyone low! Humongous Puck blinks in, picks off another one. Phantom Lancer about to fall. He's just barely gonna survive with invisibility. Almost a team wipe at the cost of only 2 heroes, the Magnus and the Undying, only 2 to go down. Phantom Lancer escaping with 30 health. Puck trying to chase. If she can get one illusory orb off, she might be able to get this kill here. No, maybe not. Watch, there's the orb. Is she going to go for it? No, she's not going to. She backs off. Tranquil Boots keeping the Phantom Lancer alive. And now the push might go off. That was a big win for the Dire. That was a massive reverse polarity. Excellently played team fight there. And very good job done by these guys. So definitely back in line. You can see this reflected in the gold graph right now as it's dived straight back to 0. Experience graph as well, actually now in the favor of the Dire, because since that Phantom Lancer and all those heroes had a bit of experience lead from getting some early kills, these mid-game kills with the Dire's teamfight advantage mean a lot more, so that they're actually getting more experience from these kills than the Radiant were getting from their kills earlier. Lifestealer now continues to farm up on the top lane, has that tread finished up, probably going to go, I think it's a little late for an armlet, probably going to go maybe for a drum, maybe for an armlet next. Now, he's got to back off though, he's got 2 pretty strong heroes pushing against his tower. Now Rubik's going to come in to support him, try to keep the tower from going down. Meantime, bottom lane, now it's Undying and Magnus holding back the Phantom Lancer, trying to prevent him from getting farmed. He has still continued to farm fairly decently, 40 last hits up on him. He's got going for that, the new trendy item here on Phantom Lancer. Instead of the Radiance, these guys are now building that Diffusal Blade, so that's what he's going to be building now. I'm assuming he could also go for a Yasha, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Diffusal Blade. Anyway, we're going to see a disruption going down onto the Magnetar as well as the Soul Catcher. He's getting incredibly low, but Reverse Polarity is going to hit 3 massive RP. That must have just come off a cooldown. 1 decay, no, not enough. Phantom Lancer again gets away with 0 practically health, 40 HP left on him. That Reverse Polarity came in at just the right time. Man, that was absolutely close. Holy crud, these reverse polarities are insane this game. Icon spot on with those so far. And they're going to go ahead and put a little bit of pressure on the tower. Not enough to really take it down, but enough to keep the Radiant a little worried about it. In the meantime, 6 Toes is going to be doing some work here in the mid lane, preventing the Queen of Pain from getting farmed, and also farming up a Blink Dagger, as well as pushing the lane out a bit, keeping pressure on all of the lanes, using spells pretty frequently. She's got an Illusion Rune and Bottle Charges, so actually Windrunner could be in trouble right now. She's going to get picked up by this Rubik if he gets into range. Now, what's it going to get stolen here? It's going to be the Power Shot, so possibly used to harass, possibly wishing for a Shackle Shot. I imagine Shackle Shot was what he was looking for. We're going to see rotation from the Puck coming in along this bottom lane. Windrunner's got to be careful. There were no wards spotting this out. She's going to get picked up. Puck has that ultimate, so there's no chance that... No! She is going to get out. Puck decides, oh no, Puck didn't have the mana. Should have used that illusion. Maybe should have used those bottle charges a little earlier. Unfortunately, that gank could have been successful. Puck just really didn't have the mana there. Very unfortunate. Went for the face boots instead of the arcane boots on that Puck, so wanted a little bit more move speed, a little bit more right-click damage to last hit against the Queen of Pain, I guess. But unfortunately, it means she didn't have the mana for that ultimate there, you know? I'm sure it had its benefits, but it's definitely having its... This unorthodox item choice is also having its costs. Have to see here how he makes use of that later into the game, that little more damage. I mean, typically you don't think of Puck as a right-click hero, do you? I mean, I don't. Anyway, he's going to go and find himself an invisibility rune, so he might have a chance to redeem himself after that failed gank. Head back up to the top lane with an invisibility rune, or the mid lane. That's also an opportunity. Undying here on the bottom lane is going to get initiated on. Split Earth is going to hit as well as the Phantom Lancer Nuke. He's going to try to keep himself alive with Decay. Go ahead, pops the ultimate for survivability too. Now he's going to drop the Tombstone. Doesn't have the survivability and is in fact just going to feed some zombies. Meantime, Puck is going to get a kill on the mid lane with the Magnus, killing both the Quap and the Shadow Demon. So while your Phantom Lancer is getting kills, your Magnetar and your Puck are also doing a lot of work on this mid lane. Tower might go down now also. Magnus and Puck have the burst damage to bring down a creep wave, of course. They might also go to the bottom lane. It looks like the Dire want to defend this. No TP's coming in, but Glyph was used, so if they want to come in and get a deny, they're going to have to do it in the near future. It looks like they're not going to. They just really wanted to delay it, maybe waste some time. In the meantime, it looks like they'll get a trade. Mid-tower will fall right now to the Magnus, getting the last hit there. He's got a Blink Dagger farmed up right now. Looks like Windrunner's going to be in a lot of trouble actually right now, getting picked up. Here comes the open wounds Open wounds. Yeah, there it is. Windrun going to get used probably to try and avoid some of this. No, it's not there. Was it on cooldown? Why? Yeah, Windrun was on cooldown. Unlucky. Probably got initiated on earlier and was still waiting for a cooldown. Of course, only level 1 Windrun. Actually, never mind. Cooldown doesn't scale. Take it back. I'm retarded. Fiddlemancer continuing to farm in the bottom lane. He does have a finished Diffusal Blade, so his farm is going to be ridiculously quick right now. Just going to farm the lane as well as the jungle, spawn some illusions, and send them somewhere else to farm while the hero farms in a different spot. So he's one of the fastest farmers, one of I think only 3 or 4 heroes to actually make that featured farmer slot on the Dota 2 community tab, because people totally check that and pay attention to it. I don't know, maybe I do. It's one of the one of those heroes who can definitely get that over 1,000 GPM in the proper circumstances. Unfortunately, this isn't looking to be the proper circumstances right now. Only 65 last hits on him so far, but hey, he's one of the fastest farmers in the game. Let's see if he can pick it back up into this late game. Gonna need it. Right now, 14-8 lead for Art of Warfare, sitting at about 3,000 gold lead and a 5,000 experience lead. Unfortunately, the only weak link they have right now, this Lifestealer does not have that farm. 16 minutes in and he has not finished his armlet. He's sitting about 500 gold shy of that right now. He's got some safe protected farm though at the moment, so he really doesn't. I mean, he's probably just going to farm up that armlet and maybe start into a second item. Not really sure what he would want to go for a second item. Drums are an option. Go straight for something like a basher. In the meantime, Puck's going to get a kill on this mid lane. Silence also. I heard a shackle shot. It didn't latch. Windrunner's going to come in and get the last hit on the tower so that it wasn't denied. Excellent play by her. She's going to have to run away right now. Puck ultimate is up, so this could get used right now. Preventing people know. Instead, it looks like we're going to see Queen of Pain. Windrunner's going to fall. Puck getting the kill there, and a skewer's going to pick off the Queen of Pain. Excellent skewer through the trees there. Icon getting the kill. Here, Phantom Lancer's backing off. Now it looks like they want to come in and catch him. He doesn't have the mana to use an invis, so if they can get here in time, does he have the mana for a TP either? No, he doesn't. Shattered Demon coming in to try to save the carry's life, sacrificing himself perhaps in the cause. Rubik getting low. No, Reverse Polarity gets dropped. That's going to be 1 kill. Phantom Lancer now, no mana for the invis. He's going to fall as well. Mega kill onto this Rubik. Excellent reverse polarity there, catching 2. And now it looks like the bottom tower will fall in addition. Puck with a blink dagger now as well. And looks like she's going for an early sheepstick perhaps. Also a Yule Scepter could be a possibility. I mean, I wouldn't argue against the Lincoln Sphere. It's theoretically a good item on Puck. I don't know. Couldn't argue with it. We're going to see here. Lifesteal up on the top lane, might be getting ganked. That's going to be a shackle shot. Follow up burst damage here. He could go down pretty quickly. No, he's going to rage and go straight back in. No, Infest instead. Get some health back. TP in defensively from this Undying. Going to keep him alive. Force back those dire heroes. Meantime, Magnus is going to get a kill on this bottom lane. Looks like Rub with the Magi. That could be one of 2 things. Hold on, let me look at that thing. What does a Rub with the Magi go for? It's on the Courier. No, I don't know where it went. He had one. Does that go for? I don't know. I'm silly not remembering my Veil recipe. Yeah, okay, it does go into a Veil. So he could be going for a Veil. I don't think he is. Theoretically a possibility. It's probably a drum. Yeah, it is a drum. He's finished the drum. Alright, cool. You're going to see... Alright, so, right now, let's go ahead and take a look and think about this game. Oh no, Puck actually might get caught out here. Split Earth going to get dodged by an amazing phase shift. She could go down, though, to the damage from this Edict. No, not going to be enough damage. Puck will back off here. Skewer forward, no, gonna get disrupted before he can RP. I don't think he had RP anyway, just skewering forward to be menacing and look scary, I guess. Maybe hoping to catch somebody and blink. No, I don't know, actually. It was an opportunity. He unfortunately was not able to get anybody out there. At any rate, we'll see. So we're gonna have to see Lifestealer farming here at the moment. He does have this armlet up as well as 1,400 gold, so I have to see what his next item is going to be. That's really gonna set the pace for this game. If he goes for something aggressive, he'll be able to do some pretty decent damage. Like, he could go for an early... He's either going to wait, farm more, go for something like an AC or a Mjolnir, and then try to just hope that Phantom Lancer doesn't get farmed and take the game later in the mid-game, or he can go for some a little bit more early-game aggression, like maybe just get the Maelstrom and a Basher, and then just go to work in this mid-game. Looks like Puck might get caught out here. No, she's going to blink out, be absolutely fine. Radiant getting themselves into a position to take a Roshan potentially, and really just distract, keep everybody away from this PL so that he can farm. He's got the Diffusal Blade, but he needs to get another big item as soon as possible here. A Heart would not be bad. Manta Style, again, is another option. And crits are never bad either on Phantom Lancer. All of his illusions do benefit. They do crits. Of course, it's reduced damage. Crits on reduced damage. But hey, a crit is a crit is a crit, right? We'll see. And now it looks like Dire want to push this top lane. Rotating up towards here. No indication yet of what Lifestealer's next item is going to be. Nothing on the courier. We do see the elements of a hood, but that's going to be for this Undying, going for a pipe on him to allow these guys to continue to push into the mid game. Push going into the mid lane. TP in defensively from the Undying. He's going to get stunned up immediately. Probably disrupted as well. He's going to drop low, but not low enough. No! Accidental reverse polarity early by the Magnetar. It's not going to matter. Everyone's going to drop anyway. Magnus still getting a double kill on the Queen of Pain in the Leshrac. Undying unfortunately goes down. Magnus getting disrupted. He's alone. No one else is with him. He's just manning it up, beating everybody down. He's like, I got this, guys. No, actually, he doesn't. He's going to fall. Phantom Lancer coming back in. Puck is stuck over here in the trees, blinked to the wrong spot, unable to help, and now Magnetar has finally gone down. Phantom Lancer ending a wicked sick streak for how much gold? For 500 gold, so that's a big boost to him. 2,600 up on him now, as well as a used diffusable charge, so he's getting a lot closer, whatever that next item is, be it a Manta Style, be it a Heart. So definitely a good turn of events for them. That was so unfortunate, just a misclick. Possibly his Blink Dagger got cancelled when he didn't expect it to. That's my guess, but at any rate, I mean, he still managed to get the double kill, so it's not as if it was a horrible team fight, and they saved the tower. And in the meantime, your Lifestealer is getting more farm. 3,200 gold up on him, so we still don't know what he's going for next yet. You have to wait till he buys something. No, it's going to be a Maelstrom. He's going for the... Well, I don't know. He could just buy the Maelstrom and then buy something else. I don't know. Have to wait and see. Like, I just don't know. He could keep the Maelstrom, go for a Basher. He can take that Maelstrom, finish it into a Mjolnir. I mean, he's got a lot of options open to him. Of course, Mjolnir is exactly the right item choice against Phantom Lancer. You need as much AoE as possible to get through these... Oh, right. Rage dodge through the stun. Now Phantom Lancer's going to have to run away and Viz, even though he's got a double damager. Actually, he's going to turn back around and right-click. Just to be kind of cheeky there. He's going to back off. I don't think he actually has the opportunity to man this one out yet. Lifestealer a bit too strong in this early game. Of course, like I was saying, though, it's absolutely important to have as much AoE as possible. You're getting the Empower from the Magnetar on your Lifestealer, as well as this Maelstrom / Mjolnir Lightning is going to be enough to clear out those illusions pretty quickly, which is exactly what Lifestealer needs to do. Get rid of those Phantom Lancers. Oh no, Phantom Lancer's going to get ganked here onto the mid lane. He's going to fall. Blink in from the Puck, extra skewer, Puck ultimate, just anything and everything to bring that guy down, slow down his farm. He's now 2,700 gold, so he still has a fair amount of gold. 100 last hits, not doing too badly. Of course, he's a little bit behind the Lifestealer now. Lifestealer, of course, has not been ganked as many times, 3 and 2 on him, whereas Phantom Lancer is sitting at actually 5 and 2. Same amount of ganks and more kills. Let's go ahead and take a look at net worth here just to see how they really stack up. We do see Lifestealer is a little bit ahead, and Magnetar actually also is ahead of that Phantom Lancer. But like I said, Phantom Lancer does have a better farming potential. If he's given the space, which this Quad needs to start doing better, the rest of the Radiant team really need to make some space for that Phantom Lancer, and if they can manage to do that, they will be able to... That Phantom Lancer has the potential to farm faster than absolutely anyone else in the game, except maybe an Alchemist, and get back into this game, late game, and just carry the team. It's really going to come down to making space for that Phantom Lancer and getting him some farm. Now, the Dire are doing exactly what they should be doing, smoke ganking, and actually looks like the Radiant might be thinking about the same thing. Sitting here on their high ground, using the Lifestealer as bait, sitting behind him, smoked up, trying to bait the Radiant team into coming up, going for the Lifestealer and losing a massive team fight. Looks like the Radiant are going to smoke up here, smoke on the Shadow Demon, waiting for the Quap to come back, I guess. And then they might try and gank this Lifestealer, and that could be absolutely catastrophic, as here's the whole Dire team, reverse polarity, Puck ult, and everything sitting behind him, waiting for it to go down. Smoke is dispelled for the Dire. I don't think the Radiant know they're there. They're coming in. They're going to run straight into Magnus here. They see him. Yeah, they see him. There's a rage on the Lifestealer. I heard it. Magnus gets stunned up. Can they keep him from getting the reverse polarity off? No. Can they? It's going to come down to this huge crumple. It's going to hit everyone. There's a Reverse Polarity's only going to hit one, and this Icon is sitting very low. It looks like Lifestealer is going to work, though. Double kill on him so far. Magnus does get a kill off before he dies. Actually, Magnus did not die, excuse me. He's barely surviving here on the other side. Rubik chasing, even though he's low health. 4 heroes killed. Phantom Lancer came in and died also. Only survivor is Leshrac with almost no health. And another teamfight victory goes the way of Art of Warfare. They're sitting in a very strong position now. They'll definitely carrying this into the mid-game. Phantom Lancer, another death on him. So unfortunate. He's really going to have to catch up. He's got to play catch-up right now and make it so that he's forced to contend with in the late game. Now, I can't say that the Radiant are ever out of it, because they do have this Phantom Lancer, which is a massive late-game carry. I mean, even if it's just defending and clearing out a wave at a time, he can get that farm up. And then once he gets that farm up, I don't think that even with a completely tricked out Lifestealer, you can really stop a Phantom Lancer. And of course, your Quap is getting... I mean, wow, this Quap really has not been able to get any farm this game. She's got just a Null Talisman and Power Tread. Let's go take a look at items now, actually, that I think about it. We're going to see... Looks like an AC being made by the Magnetar. So more attack speed for the Lifestealer, who now, by the way, has a Mjolnir. Seeing it, just an urn up on the Rubik, no item progression there. See Leshrac getting caught out by this puck, gonna make it away as Queen of Pain comes to help the puck out. Really no other big items up yet. You see 4 staff up on the Windrunner. I heard an open wounds. That's just on Roshan, actually. Rosh attempt going on now by the Dire squad. So no big items yet. Phantom Lancer needs to get his next big item. Okay, he buys a Reaver. He's going for a heart. Now, I do kind of have to question that decision. I think actually against the Lifestealer, a Butterfly might give you more tankiness than the Heart, because of course Lifestealer's Feast does damage based on your HP. And so the evasion from Butterfly might give you a higher EHP against Lifestealer than the Heart, because that Feast is just going to do more damage with the extra HP that Heart gives you. Now granted, it's going to let you tank up the RP, it's going to let you tank up the puck spells, but I mean, I'm not entirely sure that it's the best item choice. I mean, it's also going to make his illusions a lot tankier too. So it is still a good item. I just don't think it's exactly the right item. I mean, it's just my opinion. I'm not the player. I don't get to say what's good or bad exactly. But you know, my opinion. Throw it out there. We're going to see. Actually, take a look at experience in Goldgrass. We see a massive 12,000 gold and similar 20,000 experience lead. So the Dire definitely are ahead right now. I don't think there's any questioning that. Radiant are attempting to gank here on the Lifestealer in the mid lane, not able to do so. They're going to come. Oh no, I think they see this Rubik. I saw Ping go to the secret shot. Maybe they're just rotating up that way. Ward might have spotted him out. If he gets disrupted here, he could go down. No, actually, there's 2 heroes here. Disruptor's the one in trouble. He's actually going to have to back off really quickly. Icon going to try to blink in and skewer back. He's going to end up getting purged, but the Shockwave is going to be enough to pick off the Shadow Demon. Puck picks off the Queen of Pain in the background, and now it's the rest of the Radiant team running away. Icon going to blink forward, picking off the Leshrac as well. 3 dead, and now this looks like this might be a Rax now. Windrunner forced to back off, running away from the Puck. Puck's just doing so much work now. She is going for that Sheepstick. Already has the Ultimate Orb up, and sitting only about 1,300 gold away from that. Lifestealer's not even here. Lifestealer's like beating on the bottom tower. This is looking very bad. This could be a double Rax anywhere in the near future. Phantom Lancer doing what he can to split push. Puck TPing back to help that effort. Looks like this top tower will go down though. Quap's still down for another 5 seconds. They're at least going to get this tier 3 tower, but maybe they got to be careful. They might have to back off quickly after that. They're going to try and stay for the Rax. They're going to right-click it out. There's a shackle onto the Lifestealer. Can they get any more damage? No. Damage isn't coming. Quap isn't there yet. Here comes the Quap. She's got to get a massive ultimate off here. If she can manage it with some Soul Catcher. There's the disruption. Here comes the Quap ult. It's going to get Lifestealer. No, he's got an Aegis. He's fine. Icon's going to go down. Now it's Lifestealer who's low. Quap chasing. In fact, but she's actually going to fall to the Rubik instead. Lifestealer just goes crazy. Takes out the Leshrac inside the base. Now looking to go onto the Shadow Demon. He's going to fall as well. Lifestealer, wicked sick double kill now up on Wagwan, because just doing too much damage. Not able to, and the Radiant really weren't able to focus in that team fight, bring him down after the Aegis respawned. Chased a little bit too much there, got a little bit too greedy. Quab's going to get picked back up. She just bought back. Oh no. She's going to blink out, barely survive. Puck
Solo kills the Phantom Lancer. I apologize for missing that. Without even the sheep stick. She has the sheep stick now. She didn't have it before. So that's definitely a very solid win for Art of Warfare, and so we're probably going to see them continue to dominate and pick off another Rax. So any chances that the Radiant have are slipping away. It's really unfortunate. That Phantom Lancer really hasn't been able to find room to farm. He does not have the heart finished yet. He's 600 gold shy of that, approximately. So maybe if he can get that heart up, he might be able to do a little bit more work in these team fights. But I mean, he wasn't even there for that team fight. He was up on the bottom lane. I mean, granted, I don't know what he would have done in the team fight. The split pushing was good, but I mean, he got solo killed by the puck, so I don't really know what to say. I mean, it's just nothing's really going the way of the Radiant at all right now. They did really well in the early game stages in that laning. They got pretty close to winning that tri lane until the Dire started doing that 5-man Dota and abusing whatever that Magnus ultimate. Magnus has finished JC down, by the way. You see another couple big items up. The Lifestealer going for that MKB, so even if PL was able to farm a butterfly, it would not save his life. Lifestealer goes ahead and rages. He's just going to go ahead and try to man fight down this tower. Instead, he's going to go in, starts doing some damage to the PL. Oh man, that's an awesome shackle. This could be the end of Lifestealer. He is going to fall here. PL not getting the last hit, but getting that very important experience as well as the assist gold. And now it looks like the Radiant want to chase out. They might be able to catch this Rubik out. Instead, here comes Undying. Undying looking to do some work. He's going to get split earthed. Puck coming in, doing some work here. Magnus going to kill the Windrunner. No reverse polarity yet. There it is. It's only going to catch the last track, but that's going to pick him off in the end anyway. Quap falls to the puck in the meantime, and now Shadow Demon's running away. Phantom Lancer as well trying to get out. There is a blink forward from Icon. Undying, it's the kill there with the decay, and that's nearly a team wipe. Phantom Lancer the only one to escape with a life there. Of course, Lifestealer did go down, pretty important, but it's not going to be enough. GG is called, and that's it for it. So that's it for the first cast of this CEVO that I've done. Thanks for watching, guys. Really pretty excellent game. I was really excited. Some awesome reverse polarity action, some really cool team fights as well, some awesome tri-lane versus tri-lane action. So definitely shout outs to both of these teams for some pretty entertaining Dota. If you guys liked watching this, make sure you check out the CEVO website. It's just CEVO.com, and you can follow the tournament there. And if you liked this, definitely check out my YouTube channel where the VOD from this video will be going up in a little bit higher quality. I apologize for the quality of this cast, guys. It was AT&T doesn't like my internet, so they decided not to give me any, I guess. So doing the best I can with 200 kilobytes per second up. So I will upload a higher quality VOD to YouTube after this, and I will continue to upload VODs from this tournament to there, so in case you can't make a live match. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and keep up the Dota, guys. This is Kingdom signing out. GG's, guys.